Hello everyone. Today I'll be reviewing the Dewbauchee Rapid GT Classic based on the Aston Martin V8 produced between 1969 and 1989. It's in the Sports Classics class and costs just under $900,000, which is still a lot of money, but I feel like it's a good deal, especially for such a nice looking car. Its customization is very nice, very well done. For the engine detail, you can make it look a lot like a Hot Wheels car. You can really go all out with this car. You can do crazy stuff. But I don't want to do that with this car. This car is just very muscular, very solid looking. I'm sure a lot of you would agree with just how nice the design looks. For bumper options, I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty similar to the real life version or what people would do with this car. Of course, for the hood, I mean, these options are very good. The classic hood, that's very similar to the real life uh, Aston Martin V8. As you can see, these are very crazy options that I was talking about earlier. It's personally not my thing. Of course, a lot of you might agree. It kind of ruins the car a bit. But if you like crazy stuff, then just go ahead, right? And then you have your usual headlight covers here. This car was used as a tourer and a rally car in real life as well. For those of you who don't know about this car, you can add your usual hood catches there, but it keeps the hood closed permanently, so I don't recommend it. For the headlights, I'm just gonna leave it stock because I feel like it looks good in yellow. You know, the classic halogen. The liveries, you have your usual stripes here. This is mostly based on the Mustang version, particularly the Shelby version and the Mustang Fastback, and a couple other racing liveries here that reference this car. The quality of these liveries are pretty good. I mean, it's not low quality. It's very well made. For the mirrors, the real life version, they come in chrome, but it also came with color matched mirror covers. They were also square, but they weren't this big. But I'll just leave it like that with color match. For this color, I want to do something nice, like a dark red with a metallic. And you'll see what I have planned for this car right here. Any other color looks very nice on it as well. It's one of those cars where you can choose any type of blue or green, silver. But as you can see, the green just looks so nice. The olive green works well. I was thinking of changing that, but I feel like it just looks fine. It looks a bit dark. Perfect for what I'm going for. The hood is secondary as well. So if you want it to be different, you can of course do that. But I prefer to just color match everything. It just looks so good with the green and then that hood option. The interior color, you can of course change it. Just look how nice this interior looks. It's not similar to the real life Vantage or V8 model, but it still looks very nice. It's very fitting for this era, you know, with the wood and all that stuff. I want to do like a type of brown color, but as you can see in the footage, it was really difficult to decide what type of shade of brown I wanted to go for. Maple brown looked pretty good, but beechwood looked like a good competitor. A bit too dark, um, but it was just kind of tough. I did look at a few pictures for reference. Sometimes the interiors are color matched with the exterior, but I felt like a brown would be a bit more classier for this car. You can also do your usual roll cage if you want to go for a Rowley type of build. For the roof, I mean, you got your sunstrip covers right here. The skirts on the real life version actually do come in chrome, but you also have the option to have them in primary as well. They don't just come stock, so it's optional as well, depending on which one you go for. The spoilers, I'm not really a big fan of these spoilers. I feel like they look a bit too much. You do get your traction benefits, but I'm just not a fan of how they look. I feel like it ruins the car, and it's unfortunate that you need a spoiler for the traction benefit. You can lower the suspension, but I don't want to lower it too much. I feel like lowered suspension is just enough. And for the wheels, the later version of the V8 model did come with a BBS style wheels. So so around 1977, this type of wheel style was offered on this car, on the Vantage model to be exact. And since this is a classic car, I do not like to put tint on it, so I'll just leave that off. The texture quality is low and the detail is great. Unfortunately, the engine model does not get the great detail that it deserves. It is a V8 model, as you can see, but it's just very low quality. It's very unfortunate that it wasn't really modeled correctly. Um, Luckily, this does not transfer over to the interior. The interior is very nice. Uh, it's high quality, as you can see. It has nice wood grain, nice chrome in there. Um, it's just very well done. It is reused in a few other vehicles, but it just fits this car nicely. The trunk model is alright. Uh, it doesn't look like it really has any fabric back there, but it's not a big deal. The overall car is just very solid and it's just very well made. I feel like I did a good job with the color and the wheel selection, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Speed and handling is decent. The overall driving experience of this car feels very pleasant. I do not have any complaints. You can really toss the car around. If you go full speed, it really feels like the car's pushing you along with it, and you can really just feel it behind the screen. It's very difficult to explain, but you need to really feel this car to understand what I'm trying to explain. If you don't, if you're if you're very into racing, I mean, this car is just a great choice. If you're a skilled driver, if you're not, if you haven't driven this car yet, it does take a little bit of practice to get confident, but it's not a huge deal. It's a lot better than other sports classics vehicles and muscle cars within the classics class. It's just very nice. I mean, I strongly recommend it. I'm sure 900,000 isn't really a big deal for most players. Once you're done customizing this car, you're well into like maybe $1 million, $1.2 million, maybe a little bit more. In the current economy with GTA Online, it's really not a big deal. Um, I don't I don't speak for everyone, of course. There are a few newer players that probably don't have the money or really the time. But if you have the money and if you catch this car on the right event week, then I strongly recommend it. The day I'm reviewing this, it is available for me, and for you, if you catch this video early, I will try to review more removed vehicles and lucky wheel cars. So stay tuned for more.